Hey guys, what's up? And welcome to my channel. My name's Chris. I got my wife with me, as well as my daughter. She's home from college for the rest of the semester. So we figured we'd go live. We'd have you guys come hang out with us. Hopefully you're doing something cool. And we got people already joining us.
Hey, welcome.
How's it going? Let me see if I can get the chat up here on my phone. It's been a really interesting week, to say the least. I can tell you that we actually just had things locked down and shut down this week. So there's no curfews enact yet, but we are craving some social interactions. Could be better. Yes, I hear you. Dewey did it. What is up? Mr. Dick Skinner, the exotic Snap-on King. How's it going? Got your messages. You know, life is as we know it in our own control, except for when you are waiting for other people to join the stream. We won't mention any names. It's life. It happens. I've been late before. Ooh, we got Dale Lucid joining. Dale, how's it going? I got my 5-drawer US General cart there behind me. That man's got a great channel when it comes to doing modifications and your US General tool cart modifications. He's the man. He's also got the white one. I don't. We got John is sexy name.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Or Jonas, one of those two. Ooh, we got Jason Reynolds. How's it going, man? We got Christopher Adams. I wasn't quite sure what we were going to do tonight. I just knew that we wanted to have a little bit of fun. We've been actually playing a lot of Mario Karts.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of Mario Karts, all because of her. So she's got one of those Nintendo Switches.
Yeah.
And we play a lot of Mario Karts. A full room tonight. Yes, we do. Jim Haynes. Greg, how's it going tonight? Seth Russell, appreciate you joining. I wasn't really sure what we were fully going to do. I know I did release that Harbor Freight video. That was actually from last week. There is maybe a little bit more content that will be coming up. Not quite sure yet, though. Did go there today. It was actually busier than I've ever seen it in a long time. It was probably about 4:30, give or take, where I was like, I should probably social distance myself. And then I was like, well, heck, the parking lot looks full. I better go in there and check out what's going on. Maybe they have a sale. Wait, dry sarcastic humor there. They have a sale every day, every week at Harbor Freight. But I was thinking tonight, maybe we would try something special since I got my wife and my daughter. We might try to do like a in-house drill off or impact drill off. So we'll see. Jimmy, how's it going? Christopher Adams. Mario Kart is great at the gaming place where you sit down and play a lot. Yeah,
she's so good.
Yeah,
like, we can't beat her. So it's usually just Chris and I that are competing against each other to see who comes in second or third. So
and it's a toss-up. Usually,
it can get really competitive.
Usually, one night I'll do very well, and my wife won't talk to me, and then the next day she destroys me, and it's not.
And then he doesn't talk to me.
And then I don't talk to her, but we still have a great time, and we make sure that we play again the next day. So today we thought we would take a little break from that, make sure you guys have some interaction, and we'll try to acknowledge everybody the best we can in the chat. But that's really what it is. You're home from school. You are a freshman in college. You did not expect to go to online classes when you paid for real school, and now you get to live at home with us again. And we weren't ready for that either.
I mean, you still left my bedroom up, so.
Yeah, we did. But we knew you had to eventually come back home for the summer.
True.
It's just that the summer came a little earlier, and it is not warm outside. It's another one of those nights. It's like, what, 40 degrees out? It's not warm again.
Yes.
And you tried Harbor Freight paint gun. No, I have not tried their paint gun.
Won't we need that?
No, when we do the cabinets, we'll use like a paint sprayer for like latex or something like that. We're not going to use like automotive paint. Although,
oh, gotcha.
One of your tasks was to actually research and see how the easiest to paint and all the prep work that goes into it. And I'm sure there's a YouTube video of that. And I'd rather not make one, but we probably will.
I'm sure you did tell me that at some point.
It's like 70 in Indiana right now. Nice. Yeah, I'm very jealous, Howie. Yeah, it's not easy, honey.
My friend Tarek just joined.
What's up, Tarek? I guess the mobile phone.
Thank you for the super chat. You're the best. Hey, before you leave, Tarek, I think you might have left the chat last time. We want to send you a sticker. So will you email my husband at clientgraphics@gmail.com? I'll put a personal note in there for me too. Your #1 fan.
It's a true story.
It's true.
So we really appreciate you joining, and maybe we'll give you 2 stickers. Since we meant to give you one last time, we just didn't get your information.
He says sounds good. Yay.
Hit that like button. Yep, Jim, please do. You know what? We're just going to go ahead and make Tarek a moderator, as well as, yeah, I think that's a great choice. We're going to make Jason Reynolds a moderator. Feel like he's earned it. You know, what do you guys think about that Dewey Did It guy? I mean, I tried to live stream with him once.
Oh, I love Dewey.
Yeah, I like Dewey. We're going to make him a moderator too. And did I get Dale? Dale, are you a moderator? Yeah, we're going to make Dale a moderator. He's a really good guy. If there's something that I don't catch, then Dale definitely catches it. So Dale, really appreciate you being here tonight. Power through everything that you got going on, guys. So it's been a really interesting, like, how should I say, month. And I myself haven't been producing as much content. And I don't like to say it personally, but I'm kind of down. Like, I'm not on my game. Life just seems not as exciting as what it should be. And I'm trying to get to a place where I can start cranking out content back on a regular basis. Hopefully yesterday's content was a start, but we'll see. I got one of these items here that's really been bugging me. Let me show it to you here. It's going to be the Chemo. So I've been really struggling because I'm not really a power tool guy. I mean, but I am, because Dewey made me do it when it came to be Cobalt. And that guy, I'll tell you, it was basically like, I'm like, Dewey, is this the new stuff at Lowe's? And he was like, sure. He's like, you got to buy it. And then Dewey made me buy it. And then I had to tell my wife that Dewey made me buy more tools. And she's like, yes, I'm sure it was all Dewey's fault. And then my daughter's like, why do you keep buying tools when you should be paying for my college? And yeah, so now I'm stuck with a bunch of tools. Now I got the Chemo, I got the Bauer. I picked that up this week, actually. And that was to maybe compete with the Chemo. So I think we're going to maybe try to do a little head-to-head on the Bauer and the Chemo tonight. And let's see, what else do we got here? We got Respect Two-Way Street. Hello, just wanted to jump in here. Who is the man with 2 women? Okay, yeah, that's me. This is Chris on Client Graphics. Got Mrs. Graphics here, and we can say that's
Child Graphics.
Child Graphics. And she's actually wearing my Huskers hoodie.
We can't really call her like Minnie because she's taller than me.
Yeah,
so
it's not funny.
yeah.
Dewey mad me do it. Yeah, that's true. But I wasn't mad. She really wasn't mad either. She's just like, what are you going to do with this? And it's like, you sometimes have to justify things in life.
Fix the kid.
Yeah. Little Miss Graphics. Yeah, we can do that. That's pretty good.
I like that one.
But she's not.
But
she's
here,
tall.
check this out. She's not little. So see, we have the whole
It's almost like
gang
in
here.
stair step order.
But see, I think she's on her tiptoes.
No, she's not.
That's tiptoe.
Yeah, I don't know where her height came. Oh, we got Rodney Whittaker in here.
Oh, yeah,
Rodney, how's it going?
he
Really
joined a
appreciate
little
you
bit
joining
ago.
the stream tonight. So, hey, do we have the maintenance man in here? Neil, are you in here? Oh yeah, there's Neil.
Yeah, Neil.
1, 2.
Oh, my other favorite.
See, if you really like the stream, you got to be like Neil. Give it 3 thumbs up. You know, 1 thumb goes up, the other one maybe cancels out the other one, and then you hit it again. I like
they
that.
could give 3 thumbs up tonight. That would be okay.
Is the Chemo line the Hitachi rebranded?
Miss that too.
You know, I'm just gonna go out on the limb and say no. I'm like 100% sure, but I still have to do a review on this. But if I would have to take anybody's lead on it, the maintenance man, he did a really good review on it, as well as Justin Dow. And we're going to do a showdown with the Harbor Freight Bauer. Now, there is a little bit difference between these. The Bauer is a brush model, where the Chemo is a brushless. And the Harbor Freight one, last I checked, does not have any speed on it for the indicators, where you're at least able to adjust the speed on the Chemo one. So
What does brush versus brushless even mean?
so it's the way that the motor actually works.
Oh,
So
I
when
just
you
mean it
have
was
a
like a
brushed
color.
motor, you actually have basically like carbon leads that actually Okay, yeah. So you don't want to know
I
about
am
that. But
listening.
basically, a polarity works, and it's a magnet in there for the motor, and it spins around when electricity is given to it. This is a DC motor, and this one it doesn't use brushes.
Okay.
So this will really
Brushes in the motor?
no brushless.
No brushes.
This does not use brushes. This
Got
uses
it.
brushes. And the biggest thing, remember when you were trying this one out, is that you can see a spark in there, where when you use your brushless one, you don't see a spark at all.
Okay.
Now, the Bauer, the brushed works really good in some of the damp environments. So maybe if you're a plumber, things of that nature, that brushed will still really work, where the brushless sometimes doesn't work the best when there's quite a bit of high moisture. At least that's what I've been told. Might even been Jason Reynolds that was like, dude, the brushless works like a beast, even when there's a lot of moisture going around. It's like, okay, I believe you.
Brushless is better.
Well, brushless, while it is better in some sense, you do get some longer runtime with it, a little bit more efficiency. So if you are really, really concerned about your battery life, and some of those, we're running pretty small batteries on both of these. This is a 1.5, and this is supposed to be a 2 amp hour battery. So there are a big difference when it comes to running a smaller battery.
Okay.
So any odd number is good for thumbs. Yes, any odd number is good for thumbs up or thumbs down.
I like what Tarek says. Kino looks like a Makita knockoff.
Yeah, it does kind of look like that. The first thing when I saw it,
It's a little bit more like green. What is this like? Yeah, almost.
I really thought of SK. It's really close to the SK brand.
Yeah, it does. It looks, at least in the picture I can see on like the computer in front of me, it does look teal, but it's.
So it's slightly different for the green, but
it's like a
it's about the
Kelly
same.
green. Kelly green is, I think, the color I'm thinking of. Kelly
It's
green?
actually almost like a John Deere green, believe it or not.
Yeah,
and that's
but a bit
green.
darker than John Deere. Yeah.
You think?
Not exactly forest green. It looks, at least in the computer setup in front of us, it looks.
Oh, Shaka Gillis. Good evening. Ryobi is trash. And guess what, Shaka Gillis? We do not have any Ryobi. Up in this house, we don't do Ryobi. Other people like to do it. I kind of wanted to do Ryobi, but then at the end of the day, I went rigid, and I've had it for, I don't know, about 15 years. I did the NiCads back in early 2000, and then bumped up to the lithiums around 2008, and then it's been lithium ever since. And I'm a little bummed. I went to charge my.
Gave you a $2.
Yeah.
Super chat. Thank you.
Shaka Gillis, appreciate the $2 holler. Thanks for joining the live stream tonight. Let's see. He went to charge his LiPo battery for his Traxxas. Ooh, Traxxas. We have a Traxxas. That's the RC car that we got at Hobbytown. The blue little pickup. The one 2 years ago for Christmas.
Oh, that thing right there?
No,
No?
not the big one, not the Jeep.
No, that's a Jeep. That's
Okay.
like a.
It's the one that Tim and Luke just grind on it without even using the remote control with it.
Yeah, you can drift with it in the
Is
street.
that thing. Oh, that thing. Yes.
Yes, those RC cars are nice. It's good to have one. Once you get one of those, you never buy one of the Walmart specials or anything like that. Let's see. And that's the problem I have with @RobertWaters. I'm not sure about problems because I can't read the chat too much. I need to get my prescription checked as soon as this stuff is all over. I need to go to ophthalmologist.
I don't think you've been there in like years.
That's because my prescription hasn't changed in the last 20 years.
I guess it did. You're just getting old. You can't read the screen.
Milwaukee is not expensive by Snap-on. Yeah, a lot of things aren't expensive when you compare them to Snap-on. But also, not a lot of things are expensive when you compare them to Harbor Freight, but you sometimes do get what you paid for. So we've had this thing for all of about a week now. You've used it a half a dozen times, and we've had this chemo for,
Tried this once.
twice.
That is not half a dozen.
Yeah, but you did multiple screws.
Okay.
And then you complained that this setup was too high based on you being
I'm
too short.
Yeah.
And we said, deal with it.
I know I had to get a stool.
I can go get you a step stool.
I'll need one. That if we do a competition, her height will give her the advantage.
Oh, we totally are.
Okay.
Totally are going to do that.
Well, then get it set up. Let's go.
Let's see. We got Howie Z in
You
here.
need
Robert Waters. Maybe
bifocals.
you need bifocals. Well, I mean, bifocals would be if I couldn't read this up close. and far away, right? You
He's
get the
just getting
split in there.
old, guys.
What do we got? We got Dale saying, hey, Chris, by using the Crime Viz moniker, folks, I need to go back to work. Yeah, I need to go back to work too. I hear you. I just won a Traxxas through Snap-on. Very nicely
Oh,
done.
nice. Congrats on the win. All right.
Snap-on was randomly at my college. Like,
Oh, yeah. Getting those college
Got the
kids
2
hooked
impact
up.
and the
January or
ratchet,
something.
$299. Yeah, that must be a BOGO deal that's going on right now, John. Did you get the Snap-on rig? Hey, finally the blue Daytona is out. I haven't seen it in my store. It's supposedly out. Usually by the time it hits the website, it's in one store or en route. My store hasn't got that yet. They did end up getting the little Doyle 6-in-1 ratcheting screwdriver today. Actually was a little bit better compared to the larger standard size one. So was really impressed with that. Picked that up. Honey, I picked up some tools today, but you kind of knew that. So
I didn't know. I assumed you would buy things because you went to Harbor Freight. You just didn't tell me
I told you I win.
what you bought.
Tell your daughter to say no to Snap-on drugs are cheaper.
Probably.
Yeah. Just go to him for the tools.
She doesn't need to buy any tools because part of my husband's logic when he purchases tools is that he says to himself, well, I have 5 kids. I need 5 of everything because one day I don't want my kids to fight over my tools. So I need 5 of everything. And that is what he tells himself as to why it's okay to buy things.
I already asked him for something to put in my car so that I can have like a toolbox in my car. Still have yet to have that.
Oh, well, yeah, but see, that's another thing. So, yeah, that's a topic for another choice of day. But I actually wanted to do a live stream or a talk with you here and say, when you start dating or continue to date, I judge your boyfriends based on what kind of tools I would give them. So if they are a quality person that I feel that you would end up marrying or want to be for the long haul, I would give them a very expensive name brand tool. I'd give them a tool truck tool.
Now you would be giving me the expensive.
You could say that in essence. When you're married, what's yours?
One of the 5 that he is saving, he would give to you. Or are we having to buy multiple now for spouses?
That's another. We'll deal with that on a different day. But in the end, I rank the boys that you date or the men that you date, and I look at them and I'm like, are they Snap-on worthy? Are they Harbor Freight worthy? Are they like Amazon, I've never heard you? Are they like the 99 cents at Walmart, like the clearance at Walmart? But we're not talking like the good clearance. We're not talking like the Stanley clearance. We're talking like the $1.99 or 99. We're talking like Dollar Tree tools. So
do they even sell tools?
I think they have some things.
They
there.
do. They are worse than Ryobi trash per Shaka Gillis. Yeah, unless there's a name brand one there. Remember that one time I found the Lowry's beef jerky that was like the 4 8-ounce package for $1?
I think that was with Aiden.
Yeah, it was like three months to the expiration date, but we picked up like a case. It was like the best deal ever. Yeah, you can maybe get some of the Jack Links too. It's good stuff. What do we got going on here? Or is he one of those non-sexual guys that do not?
Yeah, you missed it. Tell your daughter to say no to Snap-on drugs. They're cheaper. Then he said, and your kids will have tools before you give them tools. Or he has one of the. Oh, I don't know.
Well, Howie, that's nice.
I see a non-sexual guy that doesn't know what a tool is. Basically, I think what Robert Waters is saying is if you don't know how to use a tool and you're a man, then basically you can't call yourself a man.
Yeah, I mean, Robert, thanks for putting that in there. I didn't even really consider her dating a man that wouldn't know how to use tools. But I guess that is now like the 6th layer of degree that I can add on and be like, your boyfriend that you're dating right now is so dumb that he's not even worthy of any tools because he wouldn't know what to do with it.
So basically, when she dates someone and we get to meet him, the first thing you will ask him and interrogate him about is his knowledge of tools.
You gotta answer this question about tools before you can step foot in
the
house.
What tools do you buy? And what is your experience with tools? If you guys were in the chat last week and my husband was quizzing me on what some of the tools were, which I did not know them, I would say that if I know more about tools than the guy you date, then I'm pretty sure that that person will not be welcome back.
Yeah.
From your dad.
I'll just have him watch Dad's videos.
Well, not necessarily do that. I mean, they have to draw their own opinion. So, like for instance, where was it? I purchased some heart bits from Walmart.
Oh yeah.
So this heart bit set. You can't buy everything on looks because I really do like the white case. It's easy to find. While it does get dirty, it's still easy to find. I had some problems with the bits. I broke them. I didn't even break all of them. You used some of those. And you,
on the floor in there.
Yes, I think that's what it was.
Oh my God.
She stepped on a piece of this when she was vacuuming earlier. Luckily, she had her protective socks on. Otherwise, it would have gone straight through. We might have had to get her a tetanus shot.
so those were just normal impact driving bits, and just use the Cobalt and the Bosch on them. That's the 1800. So that is the Bosch Freak. It's pretty freaky. Does a great job. And we're just blowing through these bits. And so I posted about it on Instagram. And 3 days later, Art reaches out to me and says, hey, can we ask you what you were working on? Can you tell us what kind of tool you were using? And it was, unfortunately, I was just basically building out stuff for here, finishing up and finalizing things when I was, working with Dewey Did It, and just basically rounded off some of the bits, snapped some of the bits off, just using galvanized and deck screws and wood screws, and heck yeah, it just tore through them. So yeah, they reached out to me and said they'd take care of it and get me a new set, and
That's nice.
couldn't complain. I mean, they definitely had decent service, and it's not like my Instagram is like my YouTube account at all. It's my Instagram has like 500 followers, and I just post random stuff all the time on there. So if you are,
Yeah, if you don't follow him on Instagram, I think you can go to his profile and like the About You section. I think there's
there's a link. So if you navigate to my profile page and like right up in this area, there's links to my Instagram. I don't really use Facebook too much. I'm just not a Facebook person, but it's kind of nice. I post more little things, probably more frequently, like 3 to 5 times a week over there. And yeah, so they were pretty cool. And so when I have little things, even when I do a video, I might do a teaser before on Instagram and bounce back and forth. But if Instagram's not for you, no worries. Instagram, like, Rodney might have a question every now and then. I know one time he had a DeWalt drill that ended up getting left in it was either a 5-gallon bucket or a 55-gallon trash can. And it was a sad story. And he asked me, what would be the best way to get that back to a working condition, because it's got some sentimental value to him. And so, we went through the pros and cons and said, based on the fact that it was sitting in water for well over a month or two, you're probably going to have to rip out the guts from another working DeWalt drill and do a transplant on it. And so that's something that he had to weigh the pros and cons on. But that's something that you could send a quick message on Instagram, and I could get back to it a lot quicker than if I was to go through email. But no worries. I mean, I got back to Rodney, and hopefully he got his situation figured out, whether he was going to repair it or fix it. That was kind of really up to him.
Speaking of Rodney, he had a really good comment there. He said, only one question is needed to ask, and that's what's your favorite brand of tools? That could tell you a lot right there.
Yeah. So do you remember when we were at Sema, honey, and
Yes.
we were eating sushi in that one restaurant?
Yes.
And it was all you could eat sushi. It was the day before.
Oh, that was such a good.
It's the day before they were opening up. So the next day, the very next day, they did not have all you could eat sushi because all the people were going to be there. And the guy that we were sitting next to was Jared
Deanda.
Yeah, and he does a lot of the videos and the emceeing.
Yeah, he was the MC for the
Ford booth. He does snap-on things for YouTube and basically travels all over. Mm-hmm. And he asked me, he's like, well, what's your favorite brand, or what do you think about this brand, or something like that. And at the end of our conversation, he's like,
oh, by the way, I'm here
he's there for a couple different brands, and he does this. I'm like, oh yeah, I've seen some of your stuff now that you mention it. And he's like, I really appreciate you not being all one-sided towards a brand, and you were able to look at the pros and cons and the benefits of looking at something, and knowing that everybody in the chat, whether it be Rodney that doesn't want to fork over the money because I don't always want to fork over the money for something that's a high dollar brand versus something that I'm going to use once or twice. So you really have to look at your situation and say, yeah, the Bauer might be okay, but the DeWalt one would last me a long time, or it might be the Cobalt XTR one that I just picked up. Hopefully that one will last me a long time too. So
the way I look at it a lot, at least how I reason, because I don't know a ton about tools, but like women especially, we like to shop at certain places, and there might be one store that's our favorite, and we like to buy maybe jeans from like one place because they fit us the best, but we are okay shopping other places too, or picking just a shirt up at like Target or Walmart and being okay wearing that and still shopping at our favorite place. It's kind of the same with tools. You guys probably use multiple different brands, but there's probably one that's your favorite. And you can't necessarily silo yourself into one, because then you could be missing out on other stuff you like too. That's how I look at tools.
So it looks like we got Lenny joining us tonight. Lenny, appreciate you joining the live stream. And it's not just always about those brands. It's about, somebody mentioned buying used. You can pick up some decent deals on used tools.
Yeah.
And if you form the relationships with the people that, whether it be for expensive brands or even at the store that you frequent, it goes a long ways to how your warranty and how things might work out for you.
Yeah, we bought her prom shoes, was it a year or 2 years ago, at one of those recycled places, Plato's Closet, right? Man, we got such a stellar deal on them, and they were perfect. They were just what we wanted. And I think if we had to buy them brand new in the store, we would have spent anyway $100 on them, but we got them for what, like $8?
$7.
Yeah, such a good deal. There's no need to go buy something brand new if you're just gonna wear it once, maybe twice. But yeah, I'm a fan of recycling stuff like that too.
Robert had an interesting comment about saving money that he told his wife, and you're a stay-at-home mom. I mean, maybe you could think about that as an opportunity to save money.
I'll definitely do that for you.
Okay. Good to know. Robert, appreciate you throwing that comment in tonight. Really helps the guy out. Facebook Marketplace, that's probably about the only thing I use Facebook for.
Yeah. That has good kid toys on there too.
My wife mentioned to me the other day when she does Facebook stuff. So I come home and I'm like, there's something under the front doormat. And they call it a porch pickup.
Porch pickup. It's so easy.
So if you have a lesser or cheaper item that's like maybe $5 or $10, they put it under the doormat or just leave it on the porch. And then since the person you're communicating with, you literally have most of their information, they just pick
it up at their convenience. That way there's no rush. It's there. And
they're supposed to leave the money and you pick up your item and you're good to go.
People are really like respectful and responsible. I mean, it's Facebook, so a lot of people put their personal information on there. You can report people too.
I cannot say kid number 6. We will not be having any more kids.
Won't happen. Sorry.
We're done. My wife and I had a conversation. She's like, do you want more kids or do you want more tools? I said tools, and she said, okay, we're done.
Kid number 6 would be a fish, if that.
Fish.
I can't commit to pets, guys. Let's just put it this way. We weren't supposed to have baby number 5, but he's here and we love him. So
because of you, I started buying Icon tools.
Rig got broken into and all my tools got stolen. So I decided not to buy Snap-on stuff this time. Oh, that's so awful, Christopher Adams. I'm so sorry. That person, they'll get it. Karma will come around.
No, I've heard it both ways, and I'm really, really sorry that your livelihood got broken into, because there's nothing worse than, you come to work or you come home and your stuff is just gone, and you feel so helpless, because you literally are. Because I've had something like that happen many, many years ago, and it's a real devastating moment, and it's gone both ways. So I've heard people that have their shop broken into, and I've heard it where the Snap-on guy fronts them a lot of stuff, and they take care of it. I mean, of course, some of it, the guy eats, some of it he spends back later on, and I've heard it work out really well that way. And I've heard it the other way, where
This chat, you guys are hilarious. Sorry
it
to
goes
interrupt.
just kind of like you said. It's an opportunity to try something new, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't, one thing Harbor Freight might not like about me is that I say at the end of the day, I have a receipt that is an 89-day trial period. That's literally what it says. If for any reason you don't like their product or their product isn't going to work out for you, you have 89 days to see if it's going to be a good fit for you and take it back. Or if you have to take it back 3 times, I would hope on the 4th time within those 90 days, you are not going to continue to do that because it's just not going to work out. But I've also known people that have worked at a shop and they're like, well, heck, I use this tool once a month. And if it breaks on me once every other month, that's good enough. There's also literally like 12 shops within 6 blocks of the Harbor Freight on the north side of town.
Yeah.
So yeah, they were kind of psyched when the Icon stuff came out, and they all tried it, and they all have different and varying opinions about it. Some of them it's a great fit, and other one of them it's like, why would I buy sockets when I already have sockets? And I go, I can't blame you, because if I bought more sockets, my wife would be like, what are you going to do
I feel like you have too many sockets as
with 10 of the same things? And I really am getting to the point where
what are you going to do with 10 of them? You're going to save them for your kids. That's
I almost agree with her. I don't know what I'm going to do with 10 of the same thing. But if I broke 9 of them, I would have a 10th.
To go back up to the chat, Tark said that he generally buys tool truck tools in Milwaukee, but he's in a different situation than most. I do like Gray Pneumatic and Gear Wrench on top of my normal brands. Yeah. I did like Gear Wrench a lot at the SEMA station. Their tools seemed really nice. I didn't try them, but they were at least a nice group of people that were working at SEMA.
So Tarek or anybody in chat, maybe you guys can help me out. So I'm having a real dilemma, and I think I know which one I want to do, but I haven't fully decided. So I did pick up the Icon 3/8" drive impact sockets in shallow and deep. And I sit and I look at them,
hold it up.
And I haven't used them yet. I've taken them out of the package, and I'm really, really torn between if I should just go and buy the Gray's Pneumatic Duo in the 3/8 for just get the whole shebang, the whole set. It's like, I think I can get it from my local distributor for like $165 or something like that. Then I don't have to worry about the whole deal of, Amazon, even though you buy it apparently from Gray Pneumatic, they don't warranty it. And so if I ever have an issue with it, at least I bought it at a distributor and they can't balk at that. Or I could go with the Icon one and I get the nice trays with them. But when I look at the footprint that 4 of those trays leave, and I get the Gray Pneumatic set, the Gray Pneumatic set's going to be smaller and more compact. And it's going to go from like 6 to 22, I think it is, for metric, even though I'm never really going to use that 22 in 3/8" drive.
This just goes from 7 to 19.
Yeah, I know. I'm really struggling on if I should keep the Icon ones or if I should go Gray Pneumatic. So if you guys have a decision or thought, go ahead and put it up in the chat. Harbor Freight is very generous. I bought all of the U.S. General tool cart accessories. Yeah, I bought those when you could still pick them up for like $9.99 for those accessories. So you're able to use the 30% off coupon on them. But that was like a year ago or so, before the tariffs and stuff kicked up in 2019.
A couple of new people joined. Thanks for joining. We appreciate you stopping by.
Oh yeah, we got Midrest tool reviews. Yeah, we don't really have a topic tonight other than we don't want you to be bored. We don't want you to get down and depressed. We don't want you to slow down on the things that you do. It just happens. I mean, that's kind of where I've been at the last couple of weeks, where it's like life's just not the same, but it doesn't matter. Life around us as we know it continues to go on. We also did have AJ join us, I believe.
Oh yeah. Hey, at least we got to watch some good Netflix shows, and we got to catch up on some of the shows we hadn't watched in a while. So it worked out nicely for me that you weren't working on your tool stuff.
Yeah, Lenny did mention that too. So you can get those nice machine trays. So then I also looked at like the Capri Tools one, where you do get a blue aluminum machined socket holder with their impacts. So I think that was just the metric though. It was the metric shallow and deep. I think it was like $79.99. And then if I would have bought the SAE with it, would have been like $160, but then I would have got $15 back if I would have pulled the trigger on them. So yeah, I'm gonna get something for a full 3/8 inch set. I've just been using my Husky set and it's been okay, but I need a bigger set. I really miss a 19. One bad thing I don't like about the Husky Impact, it's the thin walled. It doesn't have a 19. I really want a 19 in it. Yeah, my wife mentioned to watch Tiger King. I kind of
Oh, I was just telling him about that, and he said he didn't want to watch it, but everyone is watching it right now, so I want to jump on the bandwagon. Actually, maybe you'll watch it with me.
What's it about?
Probably. It's inappropriate. I think it's about drugs, gay people, tigers. I don't know. Those are the only things I know.
Let's see. AJ picked up 5 3/8 inch Capri torque wrenches for his stores, and he's liked them so far. Is it the digital one or is it just the standard click style? Yeah, and see, it goes both ways. Somebody not watching, and I kind of looked at it, and I'm like, I saw the thumbnail picture on it, and was like, yeah, I don't know if this is for me.
It is a documentary. Okay, I'm not 100% sure there, but something popped up on my Facebook, and apparently somebody who has really bad teeth got a new pair of teeth, and that's all I know. Somebody who doesn't have teeth now does. Like he got a new set of teeth. You guys who watch Tiger King probably know who I'm talking about, or maybe they all don't have teeth. Don't know yet.
Let's see. So
You should build a dry sauna.
a dry sauna?
Yeah,
You could. Yeah, we definitely could use. We could put the Cobalt XTR stuff to work.
We just have so much room in this garage. We should just throw it in the corner over
In
there.
the corner, right outside there.
We do not have room.
We don't have room.
We don't have room at all.
So do you gals want to show down between the Chemo and the Bauer and
Let's do this.
and see how they work out?
Do you need your step stool?
Yes, of course I need a step
Okay, so we're gonna
stool.
try to transition into doing a showdown between the Chemo, which is one of the relatively
brushless
inexpensive brushless
impact
Amazon
drills.
items. Now, this was actually provided to me from Chemo, and yeah. Otherwise, I never would have actually checked out anything like this. It's
This tool chat jumped into a Netflix series. Sorry about that, AJ. I just really want to watch Tiger King, but maybe we'll watch Tools instead.
I don't know.
Maybe.
And then
Because I need to know my audience better. Sorry, guys.
And then we got the Harbor Freight Bauer. This is their Impact. It does not have any speed controls for low, medium, and high. It's just basically all adjustable through the trigger, where the Chemo does have that.
Dewey says he has a hookup at Lowe's. Isn't that where Cobalt is? Dewey, they need to sponsor you or something.
Anyways, neither one of these are going to be as powerful or heavy duty daily use as what you would do for like a Bosch or a Cobalt. But I will tell you, out of these two, my wife did favor the Bauer, and my daughter has not tried the Chemo.
I
So
haven't tried any of them.
you haven't tried any of them. So I'll give you the Chemo. You can head on over there.
Okay.
We're going to move that speaker, and hopefully this won't be too loud. So have you go over there, honey.
Like on the other side
Yep.
of this? Oh.
Because, you know,
Just the stair.
yeah, you can use the stair. So we're going to try to mimic the
I
best
am taller now.
that I would have would be what we used when we built our deck. We did composite. We have composite deck screws. These are the 2-inch. And then we're going to be going down into just some of your yellow pine. I didn't use the pressure treated because they're relatively about the same when you're actually drilling into it. Well, the pressure treated feels a little bit different. This is just for demonstration purposes. So those are going to use a T20. I'm going to have to find some T20s.
Okay, wait. AJ Gore says Bauer versus Chemo is this Harbor Freight versus Amazon?
Pretty much, yeah. You named it right there.
Robert, why name a drill where it sounds like a cancer treatment?
And
You're not wrong.
And it is pronounced Chemo. It's not anything else. It is Chemo.
Okay, I really do need to stand up here.
All right, so we got to be fair.
I am taller than you. I don't know if this matters. I feel like
That is really delayed.
Yeah, that is the one thing about that. The majority of brush tools, there is a slight delay when you actually give the tool power for responsiveness. But then even the Rigid does that, where the brush just kicks up right away. It just is what it is. Snap-on, they have all brushless brush tools. They're starting to come out with the brushless, but brushed works just fine. Many people have used it for years. It's not as battery efficient, but at the end of the day, if you got a bunch of batteries, it's all going to work out for you. All right, let's get some impact bits.
I was like, I'm gonna need a bit to do this.
I need to get a stool just in case, guys.
So we're going to probably use some DeWalt bits. Those seem to be the most efficient.
It's really not tall enough on the stair.
Let's get a T. These are T20s. Here we go. We got 3 2-inch deck screws.
I can't even put this in.
You got to pull the collar up on it.
Okay, see, that's not what I'm used to.
Are you sure I should be like here on it? Am I going to cover this?
Yeah, you'll be fine.
Am I going to be able to see?
They just want to see the drill. They don't need to see you, right? Or do they need
I
to see?
mean, my arm will cover up the screws in the drill.
They just need to be able to see who's faster.
They just need to see who's faster.
Rude.
All right, you should be good.
I'm coming on this side. I know more than you.
All right, sounds
Okay,
great.
I got my stool.
That one was when I made. Let me see. Let's
Oh.
see. Does this have the year?
Yes, in 1981.
No, 91. I was 11.
91.
I was 11.
This is a Client Graphics original.
All right, that's the best we're going to be able to do.
Hold on. Stool.
Someone will be sleeping on the couch tonight.
Yeah, you're being rude. You, not me.
Whoever wins it
Whoever wins.
doesn't have to.
All right, let's put
I don't
a couple
know.
more screws in here.
Oh gosh.
I don't think we're gonna be that forceful.
Oh, you never know. You just don't want that thing to go and snap off. We got to have it as fair as possible.
I want it to snap on.
Ah. Okay.
I kind of don't remember how to use this, but I'm gonna try. We're almost the same height.
You're so much taller than me.
Yeah, but I'm so much smaller than you.
All right.
That is so loud. It is loud, Dale. Okay. Wait, what's the rules?
I say go. You got to get all 3 of
All
them down.
3.
All 3.
Okay.
And you might want to put a little force on the back of it.
How do I do this? I don't remember.
Oh, do we need to practice?
No, just tell me. Do I do my left hand or my right? What are you doing?
I don't like using my right hand to push.
Okay. So we'll just make sure it works for you first.
No, I just don't know what hands to use.
We'll just try it.
Should I use this?
I mean, you wouldn't necessarily have to push on the back, but just try it.
Not this?
So you're going to strip out the bit.
I don't know. Let me try this. I think I'm stripping it. It is not going in. That is not user error.
Oh yeah, you have rounded off that bit.
Okay, so it is user error.
Guys, this is going to be a long night.
Guys, I don't use tools. That's why I have a husband.
Now, if you did follow me on Instagram, you would know that I posted about these Irwin vice grips today.
I feel like you're just gonna end up like.
We know who's going to win this
Oh
contest.
gosh.
Yeah, maybe we should just pull her.
No, Now I know.
Now, the other thing I will have to give her is that these screws were actually pretty much recalled from Home Depot because they did strip out or they twisted off by the time they went through the material. And so
AJ, you're right. These things happen live. We literally did not practice this.
yeah, they didn't practice it.
Do
so
not.
these were some of the veranda armor guard. And like I said, these were pulled, and hopefully they had a new batch for this coming spring and summer, because these were pulled and they were clearanced out, and they should have pulled them off the floor because they ended in like a penny or something like that. They were like, I don't know, like 3 cents or 2 cents.
Oh yeah, we did get a good deal.
But we
on
still
this.
needed them because they matched the composite that we put down. So I was trying to buy them up left and right.
Good luck. You're
You
probably
too.
gonna win.
Antonio, how's it going tonight? Appreciate you joining. All right, let's get this going.
Okay.
Did you need to practice one more time, honey?
No, we're just gonna go.
I'm waiting on you. You said
I
you.
have 3 to practice on here. I'm hoping to just get at least one of them down.
This
So
isn't practice though, honey.
Just say go.
just
No, we're gonna, Dewey did it.
no, just
No,
go.
Dewey did it
Just
to the
go.
live stream, and he's gonna want to see some Cobalt action. So we're gonna give her some Cobalt S2, because
We get
trading
an
this thing?
advantage.
so at least
I
you know.
need one.
At least you know she's using a decent bit.
See, Larry Cross says you're setting up the ladies for failure with those inferior fasteners. Is this a fastener? Is that a fastener? I don't know.
That's it. That's the bit.
It's a fastener.
That.
Oh.
We're gonna use some Philip number 2s after
This
this.
is what mine looked like the other time I used it.
It's because you might have used the Cobalt one. All right, you ready?
You ready?
You're gonna beat me.
On your marks, get set, go.
I stopped.
Go.
See, that went way faster. What faster? I'm putting all my weight on it
Here,
too.
do this one. It's easier.
100% faster.
I should not have won. So really all that tells you right now is that Bauer is the winner and not the chemo.
Right.
She had a way too unfair advantage there.
I did not expect that to work.
Ooh. So
That is that's not fair. You basically gave her like
I didn't give her anything.
You did give me that one.
Okay, would you like to try something like the Cobalt?
Yes.
yeah, that is gonna be more fair. She'll beat me if she has that.
Why would she beat you if she has this? Would you like to give her the rigid?
That thing is slow. Did you see how fast she put it in with the red one?
This is your daughter. She is not slow.
No, the chemo
Okay.
is slow. Please tell me this. Yes, fail chemo.
Okay, so it works. It's just slow.
Okay,
I'll give it that.
so it's not gonna. So that's what I'm saying is that you gave her like a turtle and I got
I didn't-
rabbit.
Fair
The
enough.
XTR.
You need-
Dewey says that I should use the XTR.
Is she gonna beat me?
If she is able to have the same form that she did drill a nose down, yeah, you're gonna lose.
Pay what you get. Yeah.
Yep. All right, so we're gonna give. Yep, you take that. We're gonna actually. Dewey did it this one up. We're gonna give you the Cobalt XTR and
Chemo for the fail. Yes.
and we're gonna give you the Cobalt S2.
Should we be required to put them in the wood too, not just have Dad set it up?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
All right. I've literally never done that before.
Literally hold it.
I
Then you hold it,
get the idea.
screw it in a little bit, and then you go for it.
Well, my screws like I push them like way far in.
Okay, so we're gonna use the.
Where's the assist button?
She's got the Cobalt XTR with the Cobalt bit, and she's gonna be using the Bauer with the
I thought you were gonna make me use the chemo.
with the, Milwaukee tip. And we're going to be using some 3-inch
Just do 2 because if I have to get my screw in by myself,
pine.
that's gonna be hard.
Okay, so we got,
You can do one big and one small.
you're just going to force that down.
With one hand?
No.
Well, you can do two hands,
Okay. I don't think I can do one
but
hand.
just do a stabbing motion, but not like that.
Okay.
You
I
can
feel like
go,
you should have taught me these skills before we ever did a live stream.
no, that's why this is live.
Here, you need a picture.
All right, so we got 2.5 inch wood screws. Stop touching things.
Sorry, I'm fixing our
She's trying to take a.
monitor. I can't read the chat. It's not. Yeah.
Here you go. All right, we had a timeout, Josh. Nicely done, guys. All right, so we should probably.
You're a bad teacher. He doesn't teach me. He is teaching me now. He just does his projects by himself. I'm probably just taking care of the kids.
She's moral support.
Yes.
We're gonna just
That
start
does
these
count.
for her.
No, that's not fair.
Okay, fine.
I'm never gonna learn. Oh, we're doing 3?
Just try one first.
1. Oh man. Okay. Do I do it like this?
However
See it.
you need. You could start out, but just
Okay.
don't like strip your
Okay.
fingers on the threads.
1. Or you do it.
Oh, look at the muscles on that girl.
I know. She's stronger than me too.
All right, 3, 2, 1, drill.
I lost it.
I need a new one.
So did I.
Did you get that in?
Yeah.
Nicely done.
I cannot get it in.
Wow.
I hope that's mine.
You zip it. Push on the butt.
I tried. I got one more.
On the top up here.
Just
Right here.
Yep. Hey, you're in reverse.
Well, that. Well, redo. Why was it in reverse?
because you probably pushed it.
Because I
Well,
might
then
have.
that makes sense.
Oh man.
I
All
didn't think I was that
Thank
weak.
you, AJ. Yep, make sure it's not in reverse.
Yeah. Try.
AJ, you are the winner of the evening. You knew the problem. We didn't. We just figured it out.
Try it again. You gotta have a practice one.
It's on 3 right now.
Okay. Just gonna go on the 6.
It's totally.
I need to switch. Okay. Turns out it goes down when you have it in the correct way. Oh, she's taking hers out. Oh, good job.
All right. So you want to try one more?
Love to. Okay. Well, when it goes the correct way, it's not that hard. So. Are we doing another competition?
Yeah, you're gonna go again.
Okay. Now that I know how to do it. Wait, how many are we doing? Just 2?
Just 2. I mean, I got one more over here that you can have 3. Might be a little warm. From kicking it out.
Hold on. Let's see here.
I have it on the assist right now.
Oh, you know what?
I switched
The
it.
assist will start off slow.
Put the cobalt on number 2. Oh my gosh.
Dewey said to put it on the assist and push.
Oh no, let's get all 3 of us in here. So I got the Bosch, she's got the Cobalt XTR, she's got the Bauer. We're
there
gonna do
room?
a 5-inch screw. We're gonna start them out fairly evenly.
That is huge.
Huh, that's not going down very well. Wow, that is not. Maybe it's just,
Is it the Bauer? Do you need?
no, it just was basically melting the plastic. Let's get you over here. Typically on some of these wood screws, you'd probably want to drill a pilot hole. We'll probably do that.
Taking up on mistakes.
There's like plastic everywhere.
We're gonna get a little pilot hole drilled.
Bye, Antonio. Have a good night.
Antonio, appreciate you joining. Have a good night.
Yeah, he is very essential. Same with you, Tark. I'm not surprised you're essential. Oh.
All right. Everybody's pre-drilled the same.
What size?
If you're pre-drilled the same, does that mean I won't answer. I'll just stop. These are 5-inch.
I feel like there's something left in for us.
I know.
Oh, great.
Thanks.
Did you get? That's not a 5-inch.
Just like leave it like that.
Yep.
I'm sure I'm gonna like go straight.
I'll just like hang out over here. All right.
Right.
The chat, you guys are probably gonna have to tell us who is the winner because
I'll elbow you.
just in case. All right.
Your marks.
Get set.
Get set. Go.
I came out, but I think I came in 3rd place.
Nice. Pre-drill. That's not a real test for an impact driver, man. Technically you should, if you're using a wood screw on this deck, on the pre-composite decking, I would probably do a pre-drill and I'd probably do a flush on it because otherwise you're going to have a little bit of buckling on the decking. So if I was using true composite screws, they actually have little back twirl on them and back threads so they don't back themselves out and they stop the mushrooming that happens on the top of the composite. So, yeah, Chris lost by cheating.
Yeah.
No, we all
That means
cheated.
I came in 2nd.
Fine. Let the girls just do it
You
again.
came in 2nd. Oh, I came in 1st. That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes more sense.
All right, we'll switch
He
it up.
used cheat codes.
Up, up, down, down, left, right, BA, BA, select, start. If anybody knows what that's from, put it down below in the
I feel
comments.
like I should know what that is. What's this one?
That's a,
Wood?
yeah,
It's like a star.
it's a T25.
Turned off.
Does nobody know what the up, up, down, down, left, right, BA, BA, select, start is?
I feel like I know you've told me this before.
Oh, no, there we go. I thought I turned off.
Contra?
That is Contra. Who said
Midwest
that?
Tools for the win.
Nice job. Yeah, that was one of my first cheat codes that I remembered. It was super, super long, super epic code as well. All right, T25s. Here you go. Now this one should be enough to self-drill in there based on the auger that it has.
Oh, I see it.
I don't even know which screen.
Yeah, you do
So
not
many-
have a lot of working
so
space.
many holes.
Yeah, but you need to do it in a bunch of material. Otherwise, you'll split it right down the center.
Oh, I think you want you to do it somewhere over there.
Okay. All right.
Wait. Hold on.
And then we'll call it a night on the drilling.
Okay.
All right, and marks, say go.
I can't get mine to go down.
All right, we'll take over.
Sorry.
Make sure it still works. Still works.
It was not backwards that time. I need it to already be in the hole before I start. I can't do that.
All right. That is bad.
You stripped all of the.
Yeah, it's done.
Are you trying to take it off?
Yeah.
Did you put one down there? I thought you just put them in the sides.
No, I put 2 in the side
Oh.
and 1 up front. So we'll get this cleaned up here. And we'll finish off the rest of our live stream.
Maybe play some more Mario Kart.
And that is not coming out. There we go. We'll just manhandle that out of here. All right, so that is pretty much hopefully going to sum it up for you when it comes to the difference between the Chemo, the Cobalt, and the Bauer. So believe it or not, did a video on all the Bauer stuff, why I didn't like it, stuff like that. Didn't actually get a chance to use it until this week. It's not that bad for the money. For 59 bucks, when you compare it to some of the other stuff, it is what it is. Have a good night. I all got to run early. Yep, Robert, have a good one. Going through some of the things here. We're under tornado watch. Ouch.
Oh.
Well, hang in there.
Hope you make it.
Yes. Let's go through a couple of the chats here. I tend to hide in the chats. No problem. Tires and tracks. I prefer the camo hidden fasteners. Yes, I like those. I like those a lot. So I actually did use the camo stuff when Tarek, really appreciate you throwing that down.
Tarek, you're the best. I love when you come hang out in our chat.
Oh, we got Craig, MC Engineering, with us tonight. We got Dano's Toolbox, Joe Smith and Friends. Yes, there we go. And who else do we got? We got Franklin Lee, who is not here with us, maybe, or at least Dale took care of him for a little bit. But yeah, I do like the camo stuff. They do have two different types. So depending on, so we were using where'd the composite decking go? So there are two different kinds that they have. So this is the composite decking that has the slot in the side. Oh, you can't do this because this is going to be for another video where we take the T. Anyways, we're going to do a video with.
Man, you guys are getting a sneak peek here. Look at this.
But anyways, the camo has two different kinds. They have one of the deck fasteners that comes in when it has the slot, and then one of them that doesn't. And the way it keeps a little nib when it drills through. And if it's got the slot cut out it so that it can have the hidden fasteners for it, then it doesn't leave as much of a nib on that side. So they have two different types. But that was something I did a different day, and yeah, I really do like the camo fasteners too.
Oh, thanks, Dr. Schochter.
I like this channel. It makes me want to build some stuff. Yeah, I want to build stuff too. Oh, we got Just Wrenching in here. I like my Chemo electric ratchet.
Oh.
I wish I would have got something a little bit different other than the impact. But, you know, it works. And at the end of the day, if I look at somebody like my father-in-law, not that it's a terrible drill or anything, but I look at what he does. He had, oh man, he picked up like a drill at
I don't know,
Sam's probably like 10 years ago, and just basically used it once or twice a year. The batteries died out on it before the actual drill died out, and I went over there to do something over the Christmas, and the batteries were shot.
Oh yeah, you hung the curtains.
Yeah, I hung the curtains, and I had to use the corded, only one direction. Which one was that? Stanley Black & Decker. And so, yeah.
Oh, it was super old. I think it was more. It wasn't like 20 years old. Isn't that what we figured?
Oh yeah, that was like 30 or 40 years old. My dad had one of those.
Yeah.
The Chemo is cheap enough to leave it out in the rain by accident. Yeah, it definitely is. Do you think it's a good deal for the price? Bauer, you think it's good enough? Yeah, I think the Bauer one is good enough. If you were looking at something like the Chemo one, definitely the Bauer one surprised me. Surprised my wife when she
liked it.
When she ranked everything, actually, looking at what they have here or what we had.
This is how I ranked them.
No, it wasn't. You ranked it this.
Oh yeah, I did like Bosch.
And I was really disappointed with that because this has built our whole deck. And I'm like, I really like that one.
Yeah,
but I like it because it's got the 1/2 inch impact on it. So you can double up and use it for automotive use. Where Cobalt XTR basically just snaps the 1/4 inch hex to 3/8 or 1/2 inch adapters half the time for me. So yeah. Midwest Tool Review. I really don't talk about my profession a whole lot, other than the fact that there is some security clearances that I have to go through, so I don't really talk about my profession too much, and I leave it at that. All right, so hopefully that'll clear it up when it looks at the chemo and the other things, but I will have to do a review with that one. I'll probably maybe have one of you guys help me out with that, and we'll bang that out this week. So, but Midwest Tool Review, one thing I would like your opinion on is if you had a choice between going with like the Icon 3/8 inch drive impact sockets, or if you would pick something like the Gray's Pneumatic Duo thin walled. That's really where I'm torn at right now, is if I should keep the Icon ones or if I should go with the Gray's Pneumatic. So if you have an opinion on that, feel free to weigh in on it. I'm torn between the two, but 89-day trial period with the Harbor Freight receipt. So gotta exercise my rights. If somebody doesn't use it, then who does? I need to give me one of those client graphic stickers. You know what? We do have 40.
I was gonna say, should we do a?
We do. We got 40.
A raffle.
Yeah, we should do
Or
one of the
whatever
random number generators. So
yeah, well, that's what I meant.
we got a bunch of people in the chat tonight. So why don't we pick a number, just one number between 1 and 100, and throw those up in the chat now. We'll get the random number generator out. We'll pick 2 people that'll win client graphic stickers. So Dick Skinner, if that's something that you want to win, make sure you pick a number between 1 and 100.
And then just to be clear, we'll put your number in once, and then the random generator will do 2 from that. So we won't do 2 separate ones. So put your number in once.
I think that the Gray's Pneumatic would be a little bit thinner. That's the last time I looked at them. They're more thin-walled. You do get a ratchet with the set that I was looking at. So I mean, I'm really torn between the two. Get your random.
Oh yeah, I'm getting it. I was just looking
Just
at
use Siri. Use Siri.
Oh.
Your random number.
Nah, we like to press the. That lots of people. Craig, you already won one. Do you really need another one?
Clearly.
Clearly he does.
He can have more than one if he wants
He
it.
can have more than one. Really? You take the Tecton ones over the Gray Pneumatic?
Just like 1,000. Because there's people going over.
See, yeah, Tarek. I mean, I've eyed them for like the last year or two, and then I bought on price and got the Husky ones. And the Husky thin walled don't have a 19 millimeter in it, so
I like how Joe picked Pi 3.14. Smart.
it is a number. We'll round down on that one technically.
Yes, technically.
So, all right.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna press it.
Last chance. Number between 1 and 100.
25 is the first number.
25.
23.
Oh, we got Midwest Tool Review coming in at 23. We're gonna call that one. Close enough.
Did you go all the way to the top?
I did. Started with 75 for
Oh,
Greg.
okay. So Midwest. Yeah, because.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know what?
Did he do it first though?
He did it first. Let's see if there's anybody else.
MC Engineering would be a better.
But it's over.
By 1.
We didn't say that.
We didn't say that.
It's the closest. It's 1 off. Okay. All right. So MC Engineering gets it. At
Fine.
26.
All right.
Okay.
Generate it
Next one.
again. Next one, closest without going over.
Okay.
Okay.
Man, these are low. 13 was the number. Go all the way back to the top. Go
Yep,
to
we'll go to the top.
13.
I think 17 was one of the numbers. All right, go back down.
Okay. 75.
Joe doesn't count at -4. Closest without going over. We got
17, just
17, just
wrench it.
wrench it.
Well, he
We
went
got-
over. You
Yeah,
said
yep.
you can't
So we
go
got
over.
8. So we got
Okay.
Fusion.
Fusion, you so far with 8.
Wonder if he's got a Ford. Do you have a 2016 Ford Fusion by any chance? You know what? It's weird. How do I remember people?
By their cars.
I remember people by the cars they drive. I don't necessarily remember their name, but I remember the car they drive. All right, there's a 7. Is that the closest
No,
one?
he had 8, right?
It was the closest.
8 it was the closest one.
Yeah. Fusion 2016, I think you're it.
Yep.
Okay, so we got Craig. You won again, so I'll send you another one out.
Oh, he did win? Oh, he was the
Yeah.
one that
MC Engineering. So he won that. I'm going to give one to Midwest Tool Review again. So I think it's fair enough. You're a good guy. I've watched your stuff many, many times. Go ahead and message me, clientgraphics@gmail.com, or you can message me your address on Instagram, and I'll get that out to you Monday. And then we also had Tarek.
Well, yeah, that was from earlier.
That's from earlier. And then who was the final? Fusion 2016. Go ahead and email me. Give me your name and address, and we'll have that sent out to you on Sunday or Monday, whenever the mail picks up. You know how that works. And Dick Skinner, text me your address. I'll send you one too. You know what? Craig, we'll just give it to Dick Skinner. Dick, just text me your address, and we'll get that out to you. So, guys, do you have any last words for all our fans tonight?
I had fun playing with your tools because I don't normally get a chance to play with your power drills. So
that's one way to say it.
I had fun. I just wish that I had performed better for the audience.
They're children.
Yep.
As you can see.
But I will say this next time, because last time you put me on the spot and quizzed me on your tools, which I did poorly on. And then this time I had to use your tools and I did poorly again. I feel like we need to practice for the next time because I don't have the skills or the knowledge.
You know where the garage is.
That doesn't mean I'm going to know what to do with it. You could put ingredients in front of me unless I know how to cook or bake. I can't do anything with it.
There's a YouTube video for everything.
Why would I watch YouTube when I have you?
Then let me know. We can schedule a time to come play in the garage.
Well, those are my final thoughts. It was fun. I wish that I could have won one round against you, but I kind of knew that you were gonna.
You mean you technically did win one round?
Did you need to try some more?
No.
We can do some.
I'd rather just go play Mario Kart.
Okay.
And come and beat you in Mario Kart.
You could only be so lucky.
Sometimes I do.
Well, hopefully you guys are all
No chance.
joining in. I really appreciate you joining in tonight. If you're not having a great time this last week or past 2 weeks, because think about it, it's her freshman year.
Yeah.
Usually you don't start getting acclimated until your second semester, or so as parents we would not like to think. You don't get overly acclimated to college life and all the festive activities that you could partake in. But yeah, so it's kind of a bummer for her. She has to come back and live at home. Well, I mean, you have to think of the current climate.
I'm gonna see any friends at all.
Yeah, you can't.
I can't see any friends.
Her job is to
You
be
can FaceTime them.
her job is to be a student and go to class, get good grades, and she's struggling a little bit with the online classes.
Don't like them.
But yet they still have the same expectations, and she still has the same expectations to get decent grades.
Yeah.
And so basically her job is shifted, as will a lot of people, with the way their jobs will, or with the time that they have, or the time that they have to stay at home. Somebody did, we'll switch gears a little bit because we like things. Somebody asked us what our favorite Mario Kart characters are. Hers is Donkey Kong.
Oh, DK all day. Yeah.
I will have to say that it's pink gold peach.
Yeah.
That is literally what she's called. It should be rose gold, but I whoop both of them.
She's too good.
He's tried even playing as my character in my car.
Oh yeah, he'll play
Can't
the
do
same
it.
character. He gets the same car, the same tires, the same flag. And yeah, she's too fast. You can't catch up. That's why it's usually like the two
Drifting
of us.
in boost is
I'm
everything she
drift
says.
queen here. He doesn't understand how I drift as much as I do. But
So if there's anything she's learned in college, it's how to be a really good Mario Kart driver. So
Mhm.
maybe that
you
says
know.
other things about me actually driving a car.
But you're really good at driving a car. You've never been in an accident that's been your fault,
It's true.
which is not something that your mother or I can claim. So knock on wood.
The one that I was in a parking lot, so
But that wasn't your
not
it
fault.
wasn't my fault. So
That's why I clarified and said any accident that's been your fault. So we've had, thankfully, really good car insurance rates. And if it was a boy, which, you know, our oldest son, he'll be 16 in the fall. Let's just say by no fault of his own, his insurance will be hundreds of dollars more than hers. And that's just how life is. Let's see. Hey, Chris, I would like to shout out my grandson, Vinny.
Oh yeah.
He is awesome, without a doubt.
With double vanity remodel.
Yeah.
I actually have called it a remodel.
Yes, very nice.
That's
Yeah,
funny.
not a problem. You know, grandkids are the best when they can help out. I didn't say they are anything wrong with GP, but for me, I would have no support if I broke one. And that's the biggest thing, where I do have a local supply company for Gray's pneumatic stuff, and they're fully stocked on everything. And they actually switched from SK to Gray's pneumatic. Tecton and gear wrench. I mean, I'll go with the Tecton over the gear wrench. Tecton, I've warranted twice. They've both told me that I should not use their tools the way that I'm using them, and they joke with me, and then they warranty it out. So Tecton's really good for that. Gear wrench, you know, they've warranted two things for me, usually through Fastenal. The other one, Fastenal said they couldn't replace it. I called Gear wrench, and it's been almost 4 weeks, and I still haven't had a replacement on it. So we'll see. SK warranty, that's the best though. Definitely like their warranty. It's just the turnaround time. And I do have a local supply company that will warranty out the SK stuff. They do it once a month, so I don't have to pay shipping on it. I'm not good at name the tune, Dale, and
You said to Joe Smith.
I shot my first tool haul video this week. Hopefully we'll get it out soon. I will hopefully watch that soon, Tarek. I'm really excited for that. I'm finding a lot of gear wrenches now being made in China, and I agree with that. So I remember seeing some of the first gear wrench stuff either at Sears or at Advanced Auto. And the first good stuff they had was all Taiwan based. And the last round of things that I've seen in the late 2014, 15-ish, all came from China, and the quality was a little bit different. It still worked nonetheless, but I mean, the longevity on it seems slightly different. No complaints, because it, again, still worked. It's just different that I can't physically swap it out like I need to at my Advanced Auto. Paying off loans is never fun. Getting married and both having loans to pay off, that is never fun.
Mm.
She does have loans, and we'll have to pay some of those off at some point in time. It is nice that
She has an academic scholarship? Is that what you were gonna say?
No, she will get 60% back for her room
for living at home now.
for living at home, but she will eat more than we will recoup. Although dorm food was pretty decent, actually.
I love dorm food.
I like Selic from UNL or UNL.
Oh yeah, that was
yeah.
really good. Dano, have a good night. Appreciate you joining.
Yeah. Thanks to everyone who stopped by. If you want a sticker, don't forget to email my husband or send him a message on Instagram. Hope you guys had fun. I mean, again, I don't know a lot about tools, but it was fun to hang out and play with them.
Yeah, we really appreciate y'all joining in. And as always, work smarter, not harder. I'm gonna catch you in the next live stream, next video. Who knows? Maybe on Instagram, something like that.
Well, stay safe, everyone. Hope you guys fare this crazy time well.
I know you will. Take care, guys. Have a good night.